Merry Christmas, folks. This is Jake Davis with a top 5 video for you this morning. It's a beautiful Christmas morning here again in the beautiful, wonderful, sunshine state of Florida. Today I'm going to be counting down my videos for the top 5 films from John Wayne, or starring John Wayne. The reason, why am I doing John Wayne on Christmas? What is Christmassy about John Wayne? Well, really nothing, actually. But you see, when I was growing up, my family, as a collective, seemed to ride or die love fucking John Wayne. And, since I can't really be with him this year, physically, I'm always with him in spirit, always with him in heart. And I wanted to just, share this list because, like I said, we were all John Wayne fans. So yeah, let's get right into it. Number 5 is North to Alaska. I know that might seem a little bit of a bizarre one, but North to Alaska is an immensely charming romantic comedy about John Wayne and his partners in Alaska, of course, and they're gold diggers. And Sam McCord, John Wayne's character, who is a mighty man, is sent back to the States, the mainland, to fetch his partner's bride. And when he gets there, the woman, they've hit oil, struck oil, they found gold and everything, really hit it rich. And the woman's already moved on, gotten herself a new husband and everything. So John Wayne drunkenly just decides to, just any other girl will work. So he invites this girl out to Alaska to get married and live and all this stuff. And of course there's this miscommunication. This girl thinks Duke is proposing to her, but he's really buying his friend a wife. And there's, it's a lot of miscommunication. It's a lot of good-hearted stuff. It's a very, very funny film. Terrific supporting cast, including, the great Ernie Kovacs, Sterling Holloway, and, wait, is it Sterling? Oh, Holloway and Hayden. I always get those two mixed up. It's just a terrific movie. Definitely see North to Alaska if you've never seen it. Number 4. I would say Red River. Red River, where it's not really ever been my personal favorite John Wayne movie, it's clearly the film where he started to get taken seriously and get some prestige. It's where he was already a movie star, but with Red River, it was almost like the industry itself kind of took a step back. And like, well, this guy's pretty fucking good. Red River is a story of he plays oh, guys, another one I'm going to get mixed up here because I don't want to get Dunstan and Donovan. Yes, Dunstan. He plays Tom Dunstan. Mr. Dunstan. And, the story is, the first part of the film is really him building his land and his ranch in Texas, crossing the Red River, and building his cattle. And then, as years go by, the bulk of the story becomes about him having to move his cattle, move his herd, and him slowly slipping into madness. And it's just an excellent movie. Red River is an absolute masterpiece. It is a standard in American cinema. I really think anyone should see it if they haven't seen it. And if we're talking about pure film quality, it would be higher on this list. But this list more to me is based on what are my favorite John Wayne movies, my favorite John Wayne experiences. Number 3 would be The Quiet Man. Now, The Quiet Man is the only one on this list is in no way a Western. The Quiet Man is a story of a man named Sean Thornton, who's a retired American boxer returning to his homeland of Innisfree, Ireland, and to purchase his family's old land. He runs into a land rival with Bill Donaher, I think his name is. And he falls in love with the guy's younger sister, who's basically taking care of all of her brothers. It just has insurmountable charm, wit. It is one of the most entertaining and just lovely films you'll ever likely to see. Beautiful photography, amazing music, great performances from Wayne, Maureen O'Hara, Barry Fitzgerald, Victor McLaughlin, Lord Bond. This is an excellent fucking movie. See it, and see it again. See it on St. Patrick's Day too. Number 2 is going to be, for my money, The Searchers. The Searchers, in my opinion, is John Wayne's hands down finest film he's ever been in, and hands down the best performance he's ever delivered, and quite frankly the greatest role he's ever had. Story of Ethan Edwards, who is a well, he's a bit of a mysterious man. He was a soldier. It's highly encouraged that he's done some criminal shit. He's deeply bigoted towards Indians, Native Americans, and shortly after coming home to see his brother and his family, his brother's land is attacked. His brother and his brother's wife are murdered, and they kidnap the girls, the daughters. The Indians kidnap the girls. In the film, what follows is John Wayne and the stepbrother, the adopted brother of his son's adopted brother. His brother's adopted son, sorry. The two of them spending 5 years going all over the country and the territories looking for these girls. It is intense. It is emotional. It is one of the finest films ever made, in my opinion. It has deep... When people, if you've ever heard studies talk about the melancholy nature of American Westerns, this film probably personifies it the best. And my number one. My number one all-time favorite John Wayne film, or essential John Wayne film, I should say, is actually a tie. It's going to be a cheat. It's going to be Rio Bravo and El Dorado. These are, now for me personally, now these films are incredibly similar. I've referred to them on my channel before as the Hay in the Jail movies, which was not what I came up with. This is what my dad always called them. And for all I know, he may have heard someone else call them those before. But I can't find them being known as the Hay in the Jail trilogy. Trilogy, yes. Rio Lobo doesn't really count. Rio Lobo has some great stuff from Jack Elam, has some interesting villains, has a great set piece with a train, but it's really just not on the quality of Rio Bravo and El Dorado. The story ultimately is a drunk, a sheriff, a young kid, and a crazy old man have to protect the sheriff's department in a small western town while they wait for the marshal to come and take in a killer. Both films are very intense, and where, yes, El Dorado does have Michelle Carey, James Caan, and the great Robert Mitchum. For me personally, Rio Bravo is the superior film. Just the intensity, the intrigue. It takes its time. The film's over 2.5 hours long, does not lull, does not drag in any conceivable way. Great performance by Ricky Nelson, amazing performance by Dean Martin, and an iconic performance from Walter Matthau. Then you throw in Angie Dickinson as Feathers, just more greatness. Gonzalez is terrific in it. And it's just, it's a classic film. I know for a fact it's one of my father's favorite films. It might even be one of my sister's favorite films either. It's a terrific movie, and unlike El Dorado, it does not have a score by Nelson Riddle. Anyhow, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all having a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful Christmas with your family. God bless you. I love you. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.